Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going way back to a text that's really shaped so much, hasn't it? Cultures, beliefs, how we even think about where things came from.
Absolutely. It's foundational.
Yeah, imagine. It describes this state, not just empty, but totally formless, darkness everywhere. It's like this huge potential waiting.
hmm A canvas, as you said.
Mm,
And what's really striking when you dig into the text itself is how deliberate it feels, how
mm.
structured.
Right. Especially for something so ancient, you might expect something more chaotic, but this has a clear order.
Cosmic order, right for the start.
So for this deep dive, we're zoning in just Genesis chapter 1. We're using the NIV translation mostly. It's just one source, obviously, giving one specific account.
And that focus is important.
Exactly. Our mission here is really to unpack what it actually says. The sequence, the specific actions, what gets created when. Sticking right to the text. What does this account tell us about the beginning?
And it starts so vividly, doesn't it? It lays out the initial scene. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep.
And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters.
Ah.
Yeah. It's not nothingness, it's
Yeah.
something specific, primordial.
Pregnant with potential, like you said earlier. Okay, so where does it go from there?
Okay, let's break it down day by day, just like the text does. Day 1.
Mm-hmm.
It kicks off with a fundamental act, right? Defining something.
It really does. God says, let there be light.
And there was light. Simple as that.
Just like that. And then the text notes, God saw the light was good. That's the first good we see.
An affirmation. Then he separates it, light from darkness.
Mm-hmm. Names them day and night.
Mm.
And that's the first evening, first morning. It's the establishment of, fundamental order, time itself almost.
Okay, so we have light, we have the day-night cycle. What's next? Day 2 gets structural.
Yeah. Day 2 tackles those initial waters. God commands, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water.
A vault, like a barrier.
Exactly. It separates the water above from the water below. And God calls this vault sky. It's interesting, that word vault or firmament,
Yeah.
it kind of reflects an ancient cosmology, this idea of a solid dome holding back upper waters. It's maybe less about the physics as we see it and more about creating distinct realms. Order again.
Okay. Sky established, separating waters. Then day 3. Things really start taking shape on the lower level, so to speak.
They really do. God commands the water under the sky to gather. Let the dry ground appear.
And that dry ground gets a name. Land. The gathered waters. Seas.
Right. And again, that affirmation. God saw that it was good.
But day 3 isn't done yet, is it? There's more.
No. And this is fascinating. Right after forming the land, the command comes. Let the land produce vegetation.
Immediately.
Wow. Yeah. Seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds. And it happens. The land produces.
And God saw that that was good too.
Yep, another good. It's striking, isn't it? Land appears, and boom, it's made fruitful.
It suggests, I don't know, an intention for life. Right away. Not just structure, but sustenance.
Exactly. Provision.
It also makes you wonder, though. Vegetation before the sun and moon are detailed. We'll get to them, but why plants first?
That's a classic point of discussion. Perhaps it emphasizes the inherent life-giving power of the earth itself in this narrative. Before the celestial bodies take on their governing roles, described later, it's a subtle but powerful detail.
Okay, so day 4, now we look up.
Now we look up. The stage is set. The earth has vegetation. God commands the lights in the vault of the sky.
And they have specific jobs, right? Not just decoration.
Very specific jobs. To separate the day from the night, first off. Then, crucially, to serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years.
Timekeeping, markers.
Yes, and also to give light on the earth. Very practical.
And the text specifies them, doesn't it? The 2 great lights.
It does. The greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. Sun and moon, essentially, though not named as such here.
He also made the stars. Almost like an afterthought, but obviously hugely significant.
Right, and their role is reiterated.
Yeah.
Governing, separating light from darkness. And guess what?
Let me guess. It was good.
You got it. God saw that it was good.
Okay, so sky, land, seas, plants, sun, moon, stars. The environment is really built out now. Day 5 must be creatures.
Creatures indeed. The waters and the air get populated. God commands, let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky.
Teeming, that's a great word. Lots of life.
Exactly. The great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems, every winged bird according to its kind, all brought into being.
Is it good?
It was good. God saw it was good. But then there's something new here on day 5.
Oh, what's that?
A blessing. God blesses these newly created sea and air creatures. He tells them, be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth.
So not just created, but commanded to thrive, to multiply.
Precisely. It's an active mandate for flourishing.
Okay, so that leaves day 6. This feels like the big one.
It is. It's packed. It starts with land animals. God commands, let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds.
What kinds does it list?
The livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals. Again, according to their kinds.
Right. Order and categories again. And good?
And God saw that it was good.
Yeah.
Yes, but then the narrative sort of shifts focus. It becomes much more deliberate, even personal.
This is humankind.
This is humankind.
Yeah.
The text says, then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness. That us and our is fascinating in itself, but the key is the image and likeness.
And they're given a role immediately?
A specific dominion, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground.
Rule over, that's a strong word. Stewardship. Responsibility.
It implies all of that, yes. And the text really underlines the creation itself. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Very direct.
Male and female, created together in God's image. And they get a blessing too, like the animals.
They do. A blessing and a command, echoing day 5, but adding that element of dominion. Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over all the creatures previously mentioned.
Fill the earth and subdue it. Wow. Okay, so humans are created, given this role. What about food? We saw vegetation created back on day 3.
Addressed right here on day 6, God says, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food.
So initially, a plant-based diet is specified for humans.
Explicitly, yes.
Yeah.
And interestingly, for the animals too, in this initial creation account, God continues, and to all the beasts of the earth and all the birds in the sky and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food.
Huh. So a totally green world in terms of diet. As laid out here initially, everyone eats plants.
That's what the text stakes for this initial setup. It paints a picture of a complete, interconnected system.
Okay, so day 6 covers land animals, the unique creation of humankind in God's image with a command to rule and the provision of food for all. It feels complete.
And that's exactly how the text frames it. After all of this, after everything on day 6 and looking back at all the previous days, there's a final assessment.
Not just good this time.
No. The text says, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good, the culmination.
Very good. Okay, so recapping this deep dive. Genesis 1 gives us this incredibly structured step-by-step account. Formless void to a fully populated world.
Absolutely. With a clear sequence, specific creations on specific days, and this recurring theme of order and goodness, and of course the unique place given to humanity.
It really builds, doesn't it? Each step preparing for the next, leading to this.
Yeah.
This functioning ecosystem capped off by humans tasked with overseeing it.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you listening to mull over.
Yeah.
We noted God saying good after many individual steps. Day 1 light, day 3 land, day 4 lights, day 5 creatures, day 6 animals.
Yeah.
All good.
Right.
But it's only at the very end, after everything is made, including humans, including the provision of food, that God looks at the whole picture and calls it very good.
That shift from good to very good.
Exactly. What does that subtle change suggest? What does very good imply about the finished creation, its harmony, its completeness, maybe its purpose, especially with humankind now part of it? According to this text, what makes the whole thing very good compared to the individual good parts?
That's definitely something to chew on. The difference between the parts being good and the whole being very good.
Interesting.